guys, we're in a crazy market right now, Pokemon specific, or any collectibles to be honest. Um, I'm gonna talk a little bit of myself, my experience. I started collecting in 2022 around Brilliant Stars release date, Astral Radiance release date, and Brilliant Stars was very comparable to Evolving Skies. And even though it was in stock in the Pokemon Center, you can get it for 145 on the Pokemon Center very easily. No queues, no waiting times. Um, on TCG Player, it was selling for 180. It's kind of very comparable to now, but not exactly. What I'm comparing it to, really, these sets that are selling for 250 and 200 is Evolving Skies. Now, this is not a theory or anything. Well, you could say it's a theory. But my belief is when places like GameStop, Target, Walmart, all these places finally get their hands on the reprints, booster boxes, they are the ones who are going to get the major. They're going to get the major allocations. LGSs are going to get a few. Now you guys have to remember LGSs, vendors, people who collect, are people who collect as well. And they're not idiots. They know that these things go up in value over time. So let's say they get 2 cases only. That's only 12 booster boxes. What are they going to do? As a seasoned vet in the game, what are they going to do? Well, this is what I would do as an LGS. I would keep a 1 for myself to sell in the future for 500 times gain. And sell the other 6 at the store for whatever price I decide to sell it for. Because unlike retailers, I don't have to do MSRP. Retailers don't even do MSRP. That's why you see GameStop go do over MSRP. And what I really want to speak about is you're not going to see a huge price reduction on these products. I think Surging Sparks was the last booster box to easily get under MSRP, but that window's closed. I compare these last three sets, even Prismatic, to Evolving Skies. Now, I don't think they're gonna do crazy numbers like Evolving Skies. Not at all. But I am comparing it to the fact that Evolving Skies was $250 a year later. Its release date. Only a year later. It was still in print. You could still find it in stores. You could not find it in Pokemon Center. It was sold out. But you could find it for $250 online. I know that's crazy to believe, right? These booster boxes that are now like $2,000 only for $250. That's almost 1,000% gain. Yeah. What a time it was. Sometimes you just wish you could go back. But I digress and move on to the new sets. Surging Sparks, Distant Rivals, Journey Together. I think these sets are going to do great. And even if you buy them for 200 or over MSRP, you won't regret it if you hold for 5 years. Um, Obviously, in a perfect world, we could all get it for MSRP. But what what worries me is they said there's going to be a reprint, but Pokemon Center never really reprinted Surging Sparks. So why would they say Surging Sparks got a reprint when Pokemon Center didn't even get a reprint for us to get? It doesn't really make sense to me. So what I think is going to happen is we're going to be seeing these sets short printed and Pokemon just moves on. Obviously, I don't know. I'm not saying go buy them. But what I would say is if you have the money and you're in this for the long run, or you want to be in the long run, buy 2 boxes, buy 3 boxes if you want. Buy a whole case if you're not scared to burn your crotch in the market. It's not gonna hurt in the long term. But if you're in this for the short term, yes, it's going to hurt. But with any market, you're gonna see ups and downs. And like, I believe these boxes are going to do great. But at the same time, do I expect these to be Evolving Skies? No. I don't expect these to be Evolving Skies. I hope it's not Evolving Skies, because if we get an Evolving Skies set every single era, that would be terrible. Well, not really that bad. But I just don't see it with these sets. Even Prismatic, I don't really see it as an Evolving Skies counterpart. You just can't replace the aura Evolving Skies, cause Evolving Skies for $1,000 is a good buy, and that's crazy to think, you know. But obviously, it's out of print, things like that. I mean, I wouldn't buy Evolving Skies for $1,000 unless I had the money, selling booster boxes and things like that. But I had extra cash. But it's actually $2,000. But with those $2,000, why not buy 2 cases of Surging Sparks? Why not buy 2 cases of Journey Together? Why not buy 2 cases of Destiny Rivals? Unless you had Evolving Skies when it came out, it's not really worth it anymore. It's better to move on into these sets. Man, it's best to just sell Evolving Skies and get into the new sets. Because in order to do great things in the hobby, you have to, make some profit. And the way to make profit is selling your investments. If you put all your money in the stock market, but you never sell, do you really have that money? It's stuck in that stock market. If you died and you kept that money in the stock market, can you take it out? I mean, is it gonna be yours? How are you gonna take it out? How is it gonna get back to your bank? It's gonna stay there. And with Pokemon, it's even worse. You just, in order to really make profits in the hobby, you have to sell. And even if you decide to hold, which I think holding is very smart, even if it goes down 40%. Now, people who bought Prismatic for 140, not very smart thing to do. That's almost double. I'm sorry, triple MSRP. Triple MSRP for a set that just came out. I don't know what kind of person would do that to tell you guys buy 3 times MSRP for a product. I don't know who told you that, because I'm sorry to tell you this, but when that set releases, when that set is set in stone, done, that's when it's going to go back to 140. You are not going to see gains on that 140 ATB you picked up. Sorry. You know, it's part of the hobby. We all make mistakes, but you just have to learn from them. That's it. I've made mistakes. I've ripped more packs than I should have. In my old videos, you can see I was chasing Giratina when I could have just bought a Giratina with the amount of money I spent. I could have bought like 50 Giratinos with the amount I spent. I could have bought a PSA 10 Giratina with the amount of money I spent looking for Giratina. And that's the thing with this hobby. You can't really run on emotions. You have to really think about what you're doing. And I think it's it's important to realize that, especially with sets that have a super low pull rates, it's going to be very tough going on until the new era. I think even black and white is going to be very tough. Even if there's an illustration rare for every Pokemon in that set, yeah, it's going to be like a Crown Zenith type of set, but Pokemon's going to probably print that crazy amounts. I just think right now is not the best time to put your money. When Evolving Skies was 250, you never really saw it go up until late 2023 when Silver Tempest Lost Origins release date came out. Actually around Crown Zenith time, and that's when that booster box hit 300 maybe, because people were like, that's it, last set. Evolving Skies is not going to get a reprint. Official. Okay, when Sword and Shield finally ended, when we moved on to Scarlet Violet, I think it hit 500. Move on to the hype cycle, 1000. 2 months away after the hype cycle, 2000. And you could justify it for being $2,000 if Team Up hit 7,000. Why not Evolving Skies? That's why I think right now the best thing you can do is probably buy these newer sets. Not right now. I think right now the best thing to do is hold off on your money. Just wait. Don't go crazy spending. You could rip packs for MSRP or less. Because over MSRP, you might as well just hold the product. You know, it's very tough. But you can, I think anybody can make money off Pokemon. It doesn't take more than one brain cell to make money off Pokemon. You could buy one booster box, wait for the print cycle to be done, and you made money. Now, what I believe is going to happen is people are going to try to wait for MSRP. And then once they realize MSRP is never going to happen, they're going to start buying a lot more, and these booster boxes are going back to 250. These boxes are going to be going back to 250, could reach 300, and what happened to Evolving Skies, you can see with Surging Sparks and Destined Rivals, but I don't see these boxes going to 2,000 like Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies is an anomaly. These other sets, yes, they are good, but they're not Evolving Skies levels. They're not Team Up levels. Now, obviously, they could reach 1,000, 2,000 in like 10 years, 5 years. But you're not gonna see gains. You're not gonna see gains for a while. Just don't rush. Have fun other ways. Other ways. Go play the TCG. Play TCG Pocket. You know, I think right now, as someone who likes to rip packs, it's very tough to really rip packs. Just keep them sealed. Personal experience, just keep them sealed. You'll make way more money that way. But if you like ripping packs, make sure to get them for less MSRP or for MSRP. Yeah, that's my 2 cents, guys. Nothing much to say else.